I hate 9 to 5 jobs. That's it. That's the video. No, seriously though, I really hate working 9 to 5 jobs. I really hate 8 hour shift jobs. I hate them so much. And it's not that I hate the people at the job or anything, and I don't hate the people who come to my job and they're seeking care and things of that nature. But I just really hate. There's something in me that just hates the fact that there are people out here reviewing toys for millions of dollars while I'm at my boring 8 hour job making less than minimum wage and barely struggling to survive. Like I it just doesn't sit right with me, you know? And like there are so many cons. Like there are pros to working, at 8 hour job, you know what I'm saying? But there are so many cons to working an 8 hour job. Anyway, I just can't believe there are so many people on this world in this planet that are so lucky, so blessed, so fortunate to have an income that doesn't require them to work an 8 hour, 12 hour, 16 hour on call job. They're just something so lucky, so special about those people. And I'm so pissed because I wish I was one of those people. I really do. I'm so sick of working an 8 hour job where I don't feel appreciated, where my work gets swept under the rugs by the higher ups, where the higher ups don't want to hire people to work because they don't want to spend extra money on a department that they spend the least amount of money in at all. Like it is so irritating. It is so grating. It is so annoying that I have to go into work every single day and know that the higher up bosses do not give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about my health. They don't care whether or not I live or die. They really don't give a fuck. Even as like a supervisor at my job, they just don't care. They do not care. They don't care about me. The only thing they care about is profits. That's all they'll continue to care about. Which is why my department hasn't received any form of help in almost fucking forever. Like we get paid pennies on the dollar to move patients around. And when we scream out saying we need help and shit, it's like tooth and nail to get one person hired on. And we hope to God that that person stays. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so hard to live off peanuts and crumbs, knowing that at any moment your leasing office can decide to jack up your rent by 75 to 100, fucking $150 for your next leasing term, and it's like this is a good area of town. It's a fucking hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's a wet box with a window, but I mean it's home, right? And it's just something. It's something magical, right, about living paycheck to paycheck. Because it's like if you miss so much as like 2 days, you run the risk of not being able to pay rent. Even those that save up money, a lot of people that save up money, it's like to the point where one bad thing happens and all of their money is gone. They can save up. They can save up 2,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. One wrong thing happens and all of that money is gone. And you make these complaints to, you make all kinds of complaints about, the working class. I didn't mean to make this video political or anything, but I mean, when you're talking about work, it kind of already is. But anyway, you make these complaints to like your governor or your senator or your mayor or whoever is in charge of workers' rights or whatever in your county. I guess state by state issue. Whoever's in charge of that shit, right? And they adhere to the federal laws. I'm saying, and whatever puts money in their pocket, they're gonna do it. But really, you're just really relying on the goodness of your upper supervisors' hearts, hoping that they will hire more people in and give you more money to stay. And they'll do everything in the book to get you to stay, except paying more fucking money. And I hate it. It's like the people that work in these positions grew up in a pull yourself up by your own bootstraps kind of era. We don't live in that era anymore. We don't live in an era where we can make $2 an hour and still have enough for gas and groceries and shit like that after one paycheck of probably like $200. Like, we don't live in that era anymore. We live in an era where one missed paycheck is the difference between having a house and being on the streets. And I'm just really tired of living that way. I hate, like, I love watching YouTube. I love getting on social media. I love, doom scrolling. But I just really hate when I see motherfuckers jumping on trampolines for a video. It's getting like hundreds of thousands of views. Know they're raking in all kinds of fucking money. And like they're doing this or they're fucking reviewing toys or having fucking Nerf gun war fights or whatever. They're doing all that shit, raking in all this cash. You know what I'm saying? And they can afford all kind of shit. But I have to get my black ass up every afternoon to go into work from 2:30 to 11 o'clock at night. I just think it's really crazy. I just really like these people are really privileged to have that amount of money coming in from doing goofy shit on YouTube or TikTok. I don't mean privileged as in, they grew up with money and all kind of shit like that. No, I mean privileged as in they are lucky, they are blessed. They are privileged to have this kind of target audience that they're appealing to who really wants to sit there and watch their videos and shit or the short form content all the time and give them all these views and all these comments and shares, likes, reposts, and all that other shit, allowing them to rake in that money so that they can keep continuing to do these things. They are so lucky. They are so blessed. You know what I'm saying? They'll never have to touch an 8-hour shift job ever again in their lives so long as they keep doing what they're doing. I would love to have that. I would love, love, love to have just an amazing community full of people who love and support me and watching my videos and referencing me in different medias. Or I would love to be quotable. I would love to have been able to have some kind of quote on TikTok or something like that. Unfortunately, my dog ass has to go to work every fucking day. I have to get my black ass up. I have to get on the bus stop. I have to go to work. I have to come home drained and tired all the time, dreading getting back up to do the same thing over and over again. Like, my off days feel so short. Like, I'll have like 1 or 2 off days, and I'll blink twice when it's over. I gotta go back to work the next day. It's like, and it's really, really one off day because I get to stay up as much as I want to one day and I'll do all my social activities, cram all of my social activities into one afternoon, and hope to God I hope to God the stars align so that I can see everybody and let everybody know I'm doing okay. But if it doesn't, then I'm just shit out of luck. They have to wait a whole new week to see me. And I know they feel the same. I know they feel the same. I know they hate getting up early in the morning or in the afternoon or getting up late at night to go to work all fucking day. Miss half the fucking day. People who go to work from 7 to 3, they get off, they're fucking tired because they had to get up early in the morning. So they don't really get to do shit. People who go into work 2:30 to 11, when they get off, they're super tired. And when they get off, everything's fucking closed. Everything's closed. The city is shut down. Where I am, the city is shut down. There's nothing going on unless it's like a Friday or weekend or a tourist summer. Like, there's nothing to do. And then people who get up like later during the day and prepare for work, so they go in around like 7 o'clock or 11 at night. They have to work all fucking night, and they get off at 7 o'clock in the morning. Some of them are more responsible than me and have to do shit early in the morning, and then they don't get to go to sleep until like 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon, and then by the grace of the gods, get 8 hours of sleep in 30 minutes, and then go right back to work. You see what I'm saying? That is not a life that I want to live forever at all. I don't want to be trapped in this monogamous cycle. This shit is appalling. It is abhorrent. I'm getting so tired of it. When people say that I'm tired, this is the shit that they mean. It's the monogamous tasks of the world cycling over and over again until you collapse one day. And even if you get let's say you get a better job as like a doctor, a construction worker, electrician, uh, anything in a higher field of work or education, it is a series of monotonous tasks. Some work harder than others. Some risk greater than others for the same pennies on the dollar that you were making years ago. And you go through all this training, all the another set of menial tasks, and another cycle, another monotonous cycle, just to make more pennies. Some people make a whole dollar in their life, but it's never satisfying. It's never gratifying. People go to school for 4 years in amazing fields, and they find work, and they find themselves bored of it. But they can't quit because they need to make this money so that they can afford their lifestyles. You know, people like, oh, live below your means. God forbid I want my house to have more than 3 rooms or more than 2. God forbid I want a backyard. God forbid I want to be able to afford Hulu and Netflix. You know what I'm saying? God forbid I would like to have some stuff for recreational downtime. You know what I'm saying? Like, live below my means. How about you shut the fuck up? That live below your means, that sentence always comes from someone who's like, well, tough shit. I have to get up and go to work too. And I'm sure you're tired of it. I know I am. I'm tired of this shit. I hate getting up every fucking day to go to work. I hate it. But I can't. Like, a lot of people now, they're in positions where if they lose their job, they may not find another one. It is so hard to find a job. It is so hard to find a job right now. It is damn near fucking impossible to find a job. So if you have one, of course you're going to hold on to it as much as possible. It's terrible out there. I wouldn't wish this. I wouldn't wish this shit on anyone. A 9 to 5 job or 8 hour shift job. This shit is horrible. This shit feels like cruel and unusual punishment. This is like, if an 8 hour shift were a book, it would be a slow burn with zero payoff. There's only so much I can say about a 9 to 5 job. Yeah, sure, you're making money. Some people make 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, sometimes $22 an hour, $25 an hour. But it is just not enough. We can't even live off $25 an hour for, like, it seems like a great amount of money to people who have never had it before. But when you really sit down and look at it, it's like, this shit is not enough. This shit is not enough. I make less than $37,000 a year at my current. That is not enough money. Clawing for scraps to make more money. And then you have to go into work with people Like I love my coworkers. They're amazing people. But you go some people are not that fortunate. They have to go into work with these people who are clawing at their job, trying to eliminate them because they think they're competition. And then a lot of people get suckered into other jobs. They get suckered into jobs that have competitive pay, or they or you know other shit like that. It's just like competitive pay. Who the fuck are we competing with? I'll tell you. When the job says competitive pay, they're telling you that you're going to compete with your coworkers on who gets the highest pay, which is why a lot of jobs don't want their employees talking about how much they get paid because somebody gets hired in at $15, and then next week the next another person gets hired in at like 16.30, 16.30, 16.40. You know, so well, why the fuck is he getting paid this much? Why the fuck is she getting paid this much? I'm a firm believer in mind your business. But when you talk about your business actively, you make it other people's business. So, yeah. Like these sweet sweet words that these job listings have that they put on their listing, it really suckers in a lot of people. And it's really malicious when you think about it. Like this shit is very, very harmful. It creates a very toxic work environment because it seduces people who are not like minded to work for you or work at a company and then have to coexist with each other for 8 hours. For 8 hours, they have to do this. I don't ever want to hear a streamer or a YouTuber, a successful YouTuber, say that creating videos, creating content is harder than a 9 to 5 job, 8 hour, 8 hour job, 10 hour job, 12 hour job, 16 hour job. I don't ever want to hear that shit. Some of these people who create videos have never worked at a job a day in their life. They've never done it. Never done it. And if any big YouTuber sees this or reviews this, or, you know, they decide to go in and clown me for whatever reason, I want you to live off $37,000 for an entire year. I want you to live off that for an entire year and no outside help, no pre-existing bank account or anything like that. $37,000 raw, raw. I want you to do that, and then you come back after a year and you tell me how easy that was. I challenge you to do that. I would love, 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 love to see that. I really would. Now, some people who some YouTubers who did get they worked a job, 16 hour shift, 8 hour shift job, you know, even 6 hour shift job. People who work those, they understand the monotony and how boring and menial and how much of a dead end those jobs were, or that monotonous cycle was. They know how dead end it was. They understand. There are a lot of people that don't. And there are a lot of people who don't make content that don't understand that either. Unfortunately, I am burdened with the knowledge of knowing that, and I am still going through that monotonous task, which one day I really hope I can end. I really hope I can break this cycle. I'm so tired of work. I'm so tired of having a fucking 8 hour job. I'm so tired of having to get up every fucking day to go and do a job that I hate. That I'm surrounded by people who also hate their job. I hate it, but I keep it because if I don't have it, it is literally life or death for me. If I get fired from my job, and I'm sure a lot of people can attest to this, if I get fired from my job, that is it for me. I have nowhere to go. I have no alternatives. I have to keep this job until I can find something even remotely better, which would be fucking impossible. Sure, I could go to school. I could go to school, but making money in the meantime. Making money in the meantime is the whole reason I haven't gone back to school. I would love to go back to school, but having a job is a little more important because I won't be able to financially support myself without having one. And going to school and going to work at the same time, it just feels impossible. I've tried it. I've tried twice for 2 years. I got fired from a job for going to school. Well, because of the schedule with my schooling and my work life that were intersecting a lot. I got fired from a job going to school, and I couldn't finish the school year. Like, there are so many consequences to just giving up my job, to just giving up, letting go, and doing YouTube full time from ground zero. There are so many negative consequences behind that. I would love to do YouTube full time. I would love to be blessed with doing this, making videos and content all the time. I would love to do that. Unfortunately, I'm down here in the trenches having to work for a living. Because if I just feel like I don't want to go, if I don't feel like making a video one day, sure, whatever. If I don't want to go to work one day, they're gonna fire my ass. Having my employment being in somebody else's hands, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I have to deal with it. I have to suffer through that. Because if I don't, I'll be homeless. I won't be able to save up for anything. I'll be single. Like, I'm currently taking care of two people right now. And if I don't have this job, I won't be able to take care of anybody. It's like so much hinges. It's like once you get a job, so much of your world just hinges on having and maintaining that job. I hate it. I hate my life being in the hands of somebody else's decision. Somebody can decide tomorrow that I'm fired, and I won't be able to fight that. I'll be homeless, foodless. I won't have clean clothes. I'll have nowhere to go because somebody didn't like the way I talked, or somebody didn't like what I did, or people didn't like what I said, or something like that. It's horrible. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible existence. Like, this is bad. And it's even worse when you stop to think about it. We have all of this stuff, all of these resources on this planet, and some dickhead decided, hmm, I'm going to lease electricity. And if anybody else gets their hands on electricity illegally, I'm going to sue them. They're going to jail because they captured lightning in a bottle. It's like, what? If I capture lightning in a fucking bottle and power my house after the electric company turns my shit off and they take me to jail, you know how crazy that is? You know how insane it is for somebody to lease you power to run the electricity in your house? That is an insane concept that somebody fucking owns electricity. They own the right to turn your portion of electricity out. You know how insane that sounds? like, you don't pay this amount, we're going to turn your water privileges off. What? Like, you know how much water is on the planet? What? So I'm paying like bills. Bills is the subscription service. If you don't pay it, they're gonna take it away from you, or they're gonna turn it off. If I don't pay my rent, they're gonna kick me out of my house. If I don't pay my water or electric, they're gonna turn it off. No, no, no more water privileges for you, Mister. No more electric privileges for you, Mister. What? All of that hinges on a job, having a job, making money that we have so much of. All of these resources. And because somebody decided to monopolize all of them, I have to get my ass up every fucking day to go to work so that I can afford just a crumb of it. I hate this shit. I hate it. Yeah, that's about the meat and potatoes of it. See ya.